Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the top 5 things I should expect when dealing with my ISO. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Don't forget to register for our masterclass in the link below to start you on your ATM journey today. All right, in today's video, it's the top 5 things that I should expect from my ATM ISO. So point number 1 is, Phil, what is an ATM ISO? ATM ISO stands for Independent Sales Organization. So basically what an ISO is he's a mini distributor of ATM parts, supplies, and processing. What happens is we go out, we contract with a sponsor bank, Pueblo, MetaBank, Prosperity Bank, and what we do is we contract through them and we set up the networks so we can go directly and buy the processing from Visa, MasterCard, Cirrus, Nice, Pulse, Discover, so we can have that direct integration. And then what we do is we facilitate the ATMs so you guys out there, what we call you as agents, you can come underneath our umbrella and now you can process those transactions. So that's what an ISO is. Point number 2, you should expect processing from your ISO. You should have a relationship with your ISO or an agent, which they have a relationship with the ISO, and what that should enable for you to do is to take transactions. Now, processing. Do I pay for it? Is it free? What's the story? Now, back in the day, it was always free. They didn't charge for it. Now, the movement has been lately, in the last probably 2 to 4 years, is ISOs are charging for processing. What does that look like? They could charge as much as anywhere from 5 cents to 25 cents a transaction or a monthly fee. I'm hearing anywhere from $12 to $25 per month that you could expect to pay. Truth be told, PDQ, Merchant Enterprises, we do not charge for processing. So if you come to us, we're going to process your transactions for free. We're also going to enable you with a ATM portal so you can view your ATMs in real time and you can see every transaction, so you can manage your ATMs and your ATM fleet or portfolio the best of your ability for your business. But a lot of guys are charging for that, so don't be surprised if you talk to somebody and they say, well, we need a per transaction fee or a monthly fee, and they'll take it out of your surcharge money. Point number 3, I could expect some kind of location agreement or agreement between your ISO and you for these transactions. Now, a lot of guys out there say, well, I'm dealing with a guy and he doesn't have a contractual agreement between me and him. Most of the time, if not every time, you're dealing with an agent. That agent has a contractual agreement with the ISO. You're coming underneath them. I think that's a very scary position to put yourself in, because at any time that agent could change the bank account numbers. They could not fulfill what they told you verbally they were going to do, and now you have nothing that proves that you had this agreement. You went on a handshake. The handshake isn't worth anything if this guy decides to take your money. So it's a very scary position to put yourself in. I highly direct you to deal with an ISO right directly, and that way it ensures that, you know what, your deal is on paper, and if the deal goes south, now you can go with a lawyer and say to the lawyer, look, we agreed upon this is what we were supposed to get, and we didn't get that. ISOs have a lot to lose. The agents, if you're dealing with an agent, they don't have anything to lose in the game. They just say, okay, too bad, so sad, and now you're out thousands of dollars. So I highly encourage you guys to have a location agreement with your ISO, because that ensures your best course of action in case things go south. Point number 4, an ISO should be able to sell you ATMs, sell you parts, and help you through service issues. So if your ATM goes down, you should be able to reach out to your ISO and say, look, my ATM's down, it's acting kind of funny, and should answer any and all service questions that you have. If you need a part, they should be able to direct you, if not sell you parts for your ATMs. They should be able to help you through challenge areas with the ATM and or your ATM portal. So they should be in direct relationship with you to facilitate any and all challenges and questions you have throughout the day. Course of business, normal business working hours, somewhere 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you're privileged to do business with a super ISO, so basically like we are, then those hours of service will also be a little bit bigger, maybe at weekends, nights, holidays, things of that nature. But you can't expect that everybody, but some of us out there do that. So we figure you are making money 24 hours a day. You should have at least expanded work hours for service in case you need that, which PDQ Merchant Enterprises provides. And point number 5, and the last point, is you need somebody who's knowledgeable of the game. Somebody who's been in the business for countless amount of years, who's seen every and all situations, dealt with any and all situations, that can advise you how to expand your business. PDQ Merchant Enterprises, we do that. There are a lot of other people who also do that in the industry. So when you're picking an ISO/processor, you want to look for somebody who understands the business, can help you guide through the business, and will answer your questions. I hear a lot of some of the bigger companies out there, they don't really have time for the smaller players. And if you're new to the game, they consider you small potatoes. They're not really interested in doing business with you. But if you run into those companies and you want to do business with them, please say, hey, how can you help me elevate my business from where it is now up to where I want to be? So when choosing an ISO/processor, you want to make sure that you align yourself with the company who cares as much about you as they do about making money. So I just want to point those things out there. Don't forget to register for our ATM Masterclass down below in the link. It'll teach you from A to Z how to be successful in the ATM business. Along with, we have vault cash agreements, service agreements, ATM site agreements, and mobile agreements, in case you have any mobile events that are coming up through this ATM mobile season. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you over at the ATM Mastermind group page.